Chloe here from Glam Goodies. Got the apron on today, not my t-shirt, but we are still on our series. I think this might be my last one. Don't mind my one nail. Check it out. Let me turn it around. This is part of my press on set that I did for Beyonce. I just literally got home from Houston. We went to see Beyonce. Oh my god. I'm gonna do a whole video. We're gonna get into the press on nails that I made. If this is one, you are going to want to see what the other ones are. But let's continue our series with airbrush equipment. And the next one that is going to be up is from online. I'm going to grab it for you. Hold on. Okay, so I can't find it. I don't know. Oh, it's at home in my home studio. But it's from the Imperial Nail Room. Now, this one actually was gifted for a review. And let me tell you something. It actually is a very nice unit, a very nice compressor. I'm going to add another clip where I go through how the machine works and everything. And I'll link their website information below in case you want to go ahead and check it out for yourself. I do have, I don't know why I have part of the stuff here, but I do. So their system does come with a thinner, and I ended up getting the black and white gels. They spray pretty good, cure pretty easily. They did not have like a crazy scent or anything like that. But go ahead and let's watch the next part of the clip where I'm going over the unit. You can watch it spray, watch me use the actual gels that they came with, and then we'll do a recap in the end. Okay, so we're here with another review video. This is an airbrush machine that I got from an Imperial Room store. It's very nice. This is the little instruction book and how you put the airbrush together and the info on the cleaning pot, how to clean it. It's pretty nice. Don't mind my nails. Nice airbrush cord, plug, US plug, and it will fit into any outlet. It doesn't have the big and the small plug part. So this is the airbrush machine. Really sleek design, nice and compact. I like a small one because I want it to fit on my airbrush cart, but it's totally up to you. This is the hand piece. It's actually pretty nicely weighted. It's got a deep paint reservoir. Took a little while for me to get that off, but typically you wouldn't need that much airbrush paint, whether it's gel or anything, in your hand piece at all. So that was nice. That right there is it's not a deatomizer. It is like, it reduces condensation in the airbrush gun. Typically you don't need that because you're not working that slow where you would need to reduce that. And also you're not thinning it out. I like to have a little hook on area where you can place the airbrush gun because you always want to leave it sitting up even after you're done with it. Like, so you clean it for the end of the day, you want to leave it sitting up. Nice quality cord, not cheap plastic. Also, I like that it's not like one of those telephone cords where it's all wound tightly. So every time you try to use it, it's yanking back towards the machine. So that made it easy. And it's a pretty long cord. I think it was a 4-foot. Easy to attach. And I don't know if you referenced my other videos or if you've seen them. Airbrush hose fittings are standard. It doesn't matter where you get it from. All airbrush hoses fit different airbrush compressors because they make the airbrush hose fittings the same. I'm gonna let you hear what it sounds like when you cut it on. Simple press button controls, very easy to use. A nice little streamlined machine. The PSIs are pretty good too. You actually don't need that much pressure. So if you are working on getting your airbrush equipment together and you don't want to buy $500 or $600 compressor, this is a good alternative, especially if you're only going to be using it for airbrush nails. You don't need that much. It's got a nice blast of power. Of course you can't see anything, you can just hear it. Easy plug in, touch to start, you know, simple. So I really do like this one. It's not a sponsored post. They're not going to pay me if you buy this. It's just my 100% review of the actual equipment. So let's cut it on, cut it off. And we're going to also again practice spraying and see how we like it. This kit, I did get it with some of the gels that they have. They actually spray really well, and that's going to be in another video. I'm going to show you them here. The only thing I can think that might be an issue for some people is they are not HEMA free. But I do like that the package is labeled and tells you, like, yo, this does have HEMA in it. I'm not sure what HEMA does. I have a HEMA allergy, so when you see me using the gun, I'm actually going to be wearing gloves. It does come with a thinner, which is reminiscent of the air gel by Airtex out of Japan. I don't know who formulated this one, but I know air gel is HEMA free. Nice size bottles. I did like that it has nice size bottles of the gels. This kit was the one that came with the air gel that they have. They only have black and white and a thinner for now, but I'm sure they're going to be adding more colors later. I haven't asked them about the other color options or what's coming, because I'm a small business too, so I know what it's like to be rushed and you're like, this girl's always messaging me, asking stuff about stuff and we don't even know yet. Okay, so let's check out how the unit sprays. Of course, I start just like when I started my lessons. I'm using I have a base coat on here, which is 2 coats of color and a matte top coat. I'm going to use the black and one of the star stencils. This is like my standard when doing airbrush. I like airbrushing over a matte top coat. I did have the actual original sound up, but apparently I was chewing gum like a crazy person, so I will not be having original audio up there. But I will say that the handpiece is very powerful. You cannot turn the power or like the pressure down on this one. It does spray pretty even. The gel doesn't have like a super loud smell, but like I did say earlier, I have a HEMA allergy, so I was masked up and gloved up because it will make my hands swell and my throat hurt. So that aside, the color saturation is good. It is real good. I cured that. It wasn't drippy or anything. Like, if you sprayed too much, it didn't get too puddly or pooly. So that wasn't bad. It was a 10-second cure, just like the other air gels. You can see no smudging. It wasn't even sticky, which is, I did like that a lot, that it's not sticky. Because some of the ones, and I think I did a review on them from Amazon, their gels are sticky. And I'm like, well, is it just a gel polished mix with acetone in these little bottles? This did not smell like those, and it didn't feel like those, basically, to touch. So I added a little dilution, blow some bubbles to stir it, and I did the ombre on the opposite side just to see how it sprayed again. And yeah, it sprays pretty nice. I like to let my gel airbrush paints, whichever ones, rest a little in between, because then you can go with your second coat just lightly and it won't like puddle, because their solvents do start to basically evaporate, and so it'll start to get sticky. Not setting, but it will get a little sticky. So before I put that in the lamp, I made sure I hit it twice, and then I took off my stencil. I do not like to cure with my stencils on. It's not my favorite thing. I do not recommend it. So yeah, it came out really good. I cured it. I'm gonna wipe my finger over it. It's great, and I top coated it later. Okay, so now that, straighten your apron out. So now that you watched that, I do want to say this. If you are struggling with airbrush nail art and you're just like not sure at all how it works or what to do, I definitely want you to reference the links below. I am going to link my starter pack, which pretty much goes over all the airbrush equipment that I myself, Chloe, Glam Nails 210, Glam Goodies, all of that have really accumulated, and I'm sharing with the people for free on how to do airbrush nail art. It talks about equipment, and I do have more videos that you can look down on my main YouTube page and see that talk about equipment as well, just so you can get like a good feel of what the equipment is like before you buy, therefore saving money, time, and energy, because that's what I do. I try to save the nail techs money, time, and energy. The second thing is I will also link my beginner's airbrush course and stencil pack, because yes, instead of just saying, oh, this is what you can do and then give you the information, I actually put together a course of 14 lessons, included the stencils that go with the actual course with it, for under $50, and I'm gonna link that below because that's definitely the best for nail techs that want to get started. Like I was saying with this machine, I like it. It's gonna be one of my like little part-time units. So if I get like new gels in and things like that that I don't want to test in my air gel hand pieces, I will use the one from the Imperial Nail Room. If you have any questions or you just need to know some more specifics over and above what I already gave out in this video, go ahead and comment those below and I will get back to you. I will say this, and I think I referenced it in the video. You want to make sure when you're using an airbrush gel that you mask off the skin. You can use a liquid latex. If your client might be allergic to latex, I would say grab medical tape, because medical tape is typically for people who might be allergic to latex. They have different formulations, because that's all I can do, because I am allergic to latex. And glue. I'm allergic to glue too. That's not important. But yeah, so those are what you can use to mask off the area. I've also seen in some videos where it looks like they're just putting like a piece of little masking tape around. You could do that as well. Mask off the area. Now, if you're wondering like, oh, how are the fumes, blah, blah, blah. If you have like a mini dust sucker unit on your table, just put a paper towel over the top of that and then use that to suck in the fumes, right? Turn it on and it'll suck in the fumes just like it's sucking in dust. So do that to protect yourself and your client if you're like, I'm not sure. When I do use airbrush gels, I do wear my mask. When I do the airbrush acrylic paints, I do not. It's a water-based acrylic paint. I've been using both of them for 9 years. I haven't had any crazy things happen with me or my client. So just, protect yourself. And I see a lot of discourse about people saying, oh, airbrush gel, blah, blah, blah. Let me make it very clear. If you're mixing gel polish and acetone, that's a no-go. Like, that's not supposed to be used like that. But an airbrush gel that's formulated for gel airbrushing, fine, go with that. The second thing is, if you're wearing your mask and you're masking off the client, and you don't have to wear a big aspirator mask. Like people say, oh, what is airbrush? It's not the same airbrush that's used on cars. There's lots of different formulations of airbrush paints. And I think people are pretty much confused that there are different types of things. Just like you have different types of acrylics. You have acrylics that are used to make teeth, MMA. And then you have regular acrylics, I think it's AMA, that we use. So let's be cognizant of that there's more than one type of product out on the market, and sharing the correct information. A lot of people are fear-mongering when it comes to airbrush. Oh, you can't do it because blah, blah, blah. Or use the pigments, they're better. Pigments are okay, but they're not better. Everybody don't want them over our nails. Some people want like some legit hard down fire airbrush nail art like they used to do back in the Gap. That's what they want. Go for that, okay? I did link those resources down below. Wednesday video is going to be fire also, because I'm going to recap the Beyonce experience. Like, I went to the concert, the nails, the outfit, the process, all of that jazz is going to be recapped in Wednesday's video, so stay tuned for that. And after this one, I'm going to also link some other equipment videos that you should watch, especially if you're new to the channel. Like I said, my name is Chloe, the Nail Techs Coach, Glam Nails 210, Glam Goodies, glamgoodies.com is my website. I also make press-ons. Go ahead and click my little link tree and check me out. Check me out for real. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with your other nail tech friends. That way they can get the information too. Okay? Bye!